Good morning. I'm good, thanks. We meet out front in the atrium and kind of get our bearings. Prior to that, I will let them know that I've already called in advance and there will be a parking spot right out front and it will be reserved for them and they shouldn't have any issue whatsoever with parking. And I might explain a little bit, if I hadn't in a prior meeting, explain to them, just kind of like where we're gonna go and what we're doing and why we're doing it and what I want them to accomplish. I wanted you to see the overall scheme, and then we'll transition from here and go up to the Dixon group where I've selected a sofa option, chair and ottoman. This is where this particular fabric is represented, so you can see a larger swatch of it. And we'll start there, and then we can go to other places that obviously are relevant to the rest of the spaces. And then, just sitting down in the sofas and making sure that you have the right sit. The one thing I've noticed with the Design Center is that if a client has never been to the Design Center before, this is like the biggest eye candy, overwhelming moment. I mean, it really is, because people don't realize that we have this resource at our fingertips. And so that's kind of, there's a little shock factor going on, because everything they see, they're like, oh, will that work? Oh, will that work? Oh, that's so pretty, can we use that? And I'm like, nope, we gotta stay focused, So one of the things I really love about coming here too is that if I'm in a hunt for accessories, I can go like to Loeffler, I can go to J. Garner, I can go to DFG, I can go to Kelly Forsland. They all have really great accessories, and I can take those off of their sales floor on approval, usually 24, 48 hours, and then I can, use those as that final layer on the, end of your project, and just raise the quality level and elevate a space with beautiful accessories. It can be considerably overwhelming to come in here and try to pick accessories, and I'll mostly do that for you. I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown of some of the bigger pieces. So what I usually do is I start with the bigger pieces. A lot of times accessories are difficult because people get the scale. Technically, they get a scale too small. Like for instance, this bowl's amazing and it looks really big, but the impact that it'll give is significant. So I'll pick the bigger accessories from here, and then we can fill in with your own personal items. Good morning. It's very important to familiarize yourself with the different ways that the showrooms operate. I've noticed that when I bring a client in, it is my role and it's my job to explain to them that we're entering a corporate showroom or that we're entering a multi-line showroom. That helps them understand, as well as a new designer, how that showroom's going to operate and where they're coming from when they're presenting product. Okay, so we're now entering the Baker showroom, and they are definitely a luxury brand that you probably will recognize because they've been around since, the late 1800s, so 1890, 130 years. They're pushing the envelope, and I like coming in here so that we can find unique pieces, but they're still so beautifully tailored. So let's go back and look at the bed. So they've mitered the fabric right here, and then they've done a continuation that goes into the arm. The detailing on that is absolutely stunning. The internet has changed a lot of things, and for the good, the bad, whatever. But as a designer, it is very nice to be able to touch and feel and to be able to have this resource with which to create. It's almost like a studio. I try really hard to just make sure that they're comfortable. I want them to have fun with it. You know, I want them to come in and go, wow, this is fun, and enjoy the process, because that's part of it when you're working on a space. Part of it's the process, and coming to the design center is part of that process. Well, I feel like I can rely on the showrooms and the sales associates. They are the behind-the-scenes help. They don't get enough credit, actually, but anyways, they have proven themselves time and time again to always have my back in terms of giving me product pricing quickly, helping me resource something additionally, following up on an order when I may have forgotten about it. They are extremely helpful. I always source from the design center first. The reason I come here first is because I have the opportunity to be creative here. The design center is filled with a lot of different types of lines that ranges from fabric to furniture to accessories. There are some showrooms where it's corporate. They have retail pricing on all of their fabrics, and their operation is completely different as a corporate showroom. You will find different sales associates that specialize in different facets of the showrooms. And then you're going to have the showrooms that are privately owned, and they may not have as many lines, or they may just focus on a particular sector of the industry.
Well, what I'll do is I'll follow up with you. All of the tear sheets and all of the pricing and everything that I need to get to you from all the selections that we made today, I'll follow up with you on. I'll get you all that information. I'll be working behind the scenes with the showrooms, obviously, to make sure that we have the pricing right and that we have the lead times and all of the things that we need to have in order. If you're having any questions about anything that you saw here today or otherwise, we can always come back. You can always email me or phone me. And you know, the other thing, don't forget, if you love today and you're very design curious and you're very interested in what's happening in the building, what's happening in design, don't forget, just go to the website. Sign up, you'll be on the newsletter, and then you'll get to see all the things that I was pointing out and talking about today that you're like, oh, I wish I'd have been around for. And I'll just plan to see you next week.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.